What's good? What's good? What's good? Your boy Savage, aka Seth Cisneros. You tune into the Savage Oaks Hood Tales. Like, comment, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell. So let's get to this video, man. I was asked, and this is a question that asked a couple different times, and I seen people actually say certain gangs run Denver. I see people always say certain gangs run the penitentiary system out here. I see people in California even say certain gangs run California. When it comes to politics, man, you can't really say any gang runs anything. Can't really say any gang really runs a whole state and a city, because the simple fact is, even from them organizations that are littler, there's going to be killers, bro, and you're not going to be able to just run them and dictate what they do. You know, you might have the aspect of drugs or whatever, and you might have some killers, a lot of killers from your neighborhood and your organization, but there's going to be shooters and killers from every organization. The penitentiary, usually they say the fools that run a yard is, the fools that got the money and this. But even them fools that, don't have the bread and, have lesser numbers, you're always going to have somebody that's a sticker that will go to the length of death for their organization and their beliefs. So when it boils down to it, ain't nobody running a whole yard, because not the other cars are not going to allow that. I don't care what you say. Ain't nobody going to run a whole yard. Ain't nobody going to run a whole city and state, because ain't nobody scared of each other out here no more. It's 2023, bruh. There's killers from every organization, every gang. There's youngsters that are always going to want to make a mark, and there's youngsters that take fools' lives at the drop of a dime. So unless you really extinct and just took over somebody's neighborhood and there's no more of them, you don't run it. You didn't really do anything. There's not, if you have homies and people from your organization that got dropped, and there's people that's dead behind a war, you didn't really win the war. I know a lot of people would like to think that their organizations run something, but that's not facts. It's just like, let's take my situation and who I grew up around, right? We East Side Crips from East Denver, homie. And, my circle and me and my brothers, bro, we could say that we ran through the whole Denver metro, just because, ain't nobody really could see us with hands. We used to beat the shit out of opposition on a regular. We used to troop, and fools would tuck their rags and denounce their hoods, and and this is the honest God truth. I used to think I was immortal because I didn't take a lot of L's till war really popped off, and from both sides, fools were taking L's, and we lost homies, and took L's from opposition, but we were also given L's. But at one time, we didn't take much L's, bro. We were getting W's all across the board in fools' neighborhoods. I moved to opposition neighborhoods my whole life, and being an East Side Crip, that puts a target on your back. But at the same time, that didn't put fear in us, because we just got aggressive 10 times more. And for a minute, we thought we ran Denver, even being in other fools' neighborhoods, because of the simple fact is, bro, we were just like that. And that's just the truth. I could tell you stories and stories and stories of homies beating up fools, hitting fools, smashing fools, running up and just demolishing whole sectors of neighborhoods, bruh. And at the end of the day, we didn't accomplish anything, because the simple fact is, I got homies that are dead. I got homies that are on the penitentiary or doing life sentences. So in the end, we didn't win nothing. You know what I'm saying? Even if we have more W's, in the end, we took losses, and that's just a fact. Every gang takes losses. Every gang, got W's. But to say a whole neighborhood runs a whole city, that's not true. That's not true. And whoever says that really don't know the aspect of war and losing people around you, And that's the truth, man. To break it down, because I see this always in comment sections, certain gangs run Denver. There's not one gang that runs Denver, bruh. There's not one gang that runs Denver. That's not facts at all. That's a lie. Every gang runs their own sector. And yes, you might have a more dominant gang in certain parts of Denver, but at the same time is if they got enemies still trooping, then you didn't really do nothing. You just ran what you ran in your sector. You didn't run the whole, you didn't even run your side of town. You didn't even run your hood. If you have enemies still that don't like your hood, and at any given chance you could get killed behind what you do, like that's just the truth, you know? And that's what it is. And that's reality. You know what it is. Let's go. Your boy Savage.